You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
So we're joined with Ian Goodwin here at BRFM on the Monday Night Community Show. Ian, as always, it's good to catch up with you.
Good evening, Daniel. And we're going to do a recording about the Royal British Legion Poppy Appeal this evening, Daniel.
Well, I was going to say that's the hat you've got on, because we normally speak to you Coast Guard-wise, but it's Royal British Legion this evening.
So apologies, I haven't actually got my notes with me, but I'll try and do all of this off the cuff. Just to give you an idea and rundown, 1921 is when the Royal British Legion was set up. And it's interesting, it was actually a French lady who started the actual Poppy Appeal, and a Canadian lady as well, and that's how it's grown from there. On the 26th of October there will be a county launch for the Poppy Appeal, and what we're looking forward to is a really good appeal this year. The Royal British Legion last year made somewhere in the region, or had charitable contributions of somewhere in the region about 130 million, of which about 47 million of that came from the Poppy Appeal, and I'm talking about the country here. Now, the Isle of Sheppey last year, in Sheppey in total, managed to raise just over £20,000, which is an absolute splendid effort. And my colleague, Julie, who's in the army, she will actually be leading the parade in Sheerness with the Army Cadet Corps on Remembrance Sunday. And on the lead up into there, she will be organising the Poppy Appeal for the Sheerness branch. And that, as I say, starts, the actual appeal starts on the 26th of October at County. And then for what we'll be doing, there'll be a lot of people collecting.
So what is the best thing people can do to support the appeal? Is it to buy a poppy? Can they do other things if they want to?
Well, I mean, we've actually got quite a lot of support. Julie actually goes round and she G's up all the Sea Cadets, the Air Corps, St John's Ambulance, all of those particular, and the Air Training Corps, and what we call the Service Youth Organisation. She gets those involved, but also the local guides and brownies and will also be involved, and we'll be particularly, I mean, if those I wouldn't want to say one of the local supermarkets now, one of the local more established supermarkets will actually there will be an appeal there, but you'll see people in various places, and you'll obviously see particular charitable boxes everywhere you go on Sheppey. And really it's a question of people putting their hands in the pocket and putting money on there. It's into a really good cause. We are the biggest charity for the services in this country. We do stand, as I say, our aims is to stand, our motto is to stand shoulder to shoulder with all of those who serve, but also for those who have served and their families. And it's a splendid charity, and I hope that everyone on the island will contribute as much as they did last year.
So, Ian, what actually happens on the day and some of the steps that lead up to the day?
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, Daniel, on the 26th of October is the launch. In essence, what we do is we have a coffee morning at 9:30 at the Holy Trinity Church in Sheerness, which is opposite the Royal Hotel. That, as I say, is basically our formal launch of the Poppy Appeal for Sheerness, but it's also for the county as well. For the next 2 weeks, we'll be collecting. There will be various boxes collecting. You'll see people collecting there. And then it all culminates on Remembrance Sunday, in essence, on the which in this day is Sunday the 10th of November. And there's various services on the island, but the one I shall be involved in, it will be the one at Sheerness, which is next to the War Memorial, which is next to McDonald's. And of course, the services, people want to come along, by all means, to try and get yourself down there by about 10:30. There'll be a march, there'll be a parade, the roads will be shut, and you'll see it all happen, and we'll have our remembrance on that day.
Well, Ian, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along and telling us all about the Remembrance Day this year.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for the invite.